Chapter 6, attention. Okay. That blue square, just like one of the other weeks that we did this, what it is we just don't have enough time to cover all of it tonight. That's just, remember, I'm not trying to hide anything deliberate here. I'm just trying to put attention onto the things that we want. Name of the game here with the chapter. All right, so we're going to go through this step by step, starting with the top left-hand corner here. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Attention is forceful in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. That is, when it is obsessed with a single idea or sensation. I'm going to say that line again. Attention is forceful in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. That is, when it is obsessed with a single idea or sensation. And I encourage you to write down some notes, write down some of that line, take a picture of that. What is attention? It's the direction of your thoughts. So a great thing to write down. Attention equals direction of my thoughts. Attention is forceful in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. That is, when obsessed with a single idea or sensation. Now, some of you have been talking about this actually a while. Kaleo and Mika, we talked about this on Friday's call, right? We're talking about not being overwhelmed by too many projects and too many things. Why? Because we can't put our thought attention on more than one thing at a time. We call multitasking trying to do two things at one time. What's really going on is our brain is alternating. It's like what happens in a computer, bang, 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 okay? And that doesn't really happen that well in humans. Having attention on one thing and putting all thought energy into that is the proportion of narrowness that he's talking about here. Okay, really good. Great start. It is studied and powerfully focused only by such an adjustment of the mind as permits you to see one thing only. For you study the attention and increase its power by confining it. So what did we say? Attention is the direction of our thoughts. If we want our thoughts to be more powerful and more potent, we want to increase the power by narrowing the focus, focusing on one idea or sensation. With sensation, the inner feeling, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled that we've been talking about. Okay. So I just want to clue you in here, Heather and John. I know your first call here. Okay. Don't feel overwhelmed by, oh my God, what are we even going through? Maybe you understand what we're going through so far, maybe not, totally okay. This is all going to make sense. It's going to be very simple on how we're going to apply it. Okay. Next line. The desire which realizes itself is always a desire upon which attention is exclusively concentrated. For an idea is endowed with power only in proportion to the degree of attention fixed on it. So if you want to realize your dream, the things that you want more than anything else, this line is immensely important. The desire which comes into fruition is the desire which you focus upon exclusively. Say that line again with word for word. The desire which realizes itself, the desire that actually comes into physical reality, is always the desire upon which attention is exclusively concentrated. The goal, which always comes into physical fruition, into accomplishment, is the goal which has all attention, all obsession into that one thing. We're going to finish the paragraph here, then I'll pause. Next line. Concentrated observation is the attentive attitude directed towards some specific end. The attentive attitude involves selection, for when you pay attention, it signifies that you have decided to focus your attention on one object or state rather than another. Got a little deep there. Deliberately pausing. Hopefully you're reading this with me. For when you pay attention, think about what that's talking about. What's paying the price? You are literally paying your thought energy into a thing. Whether it's a good thing, the thing you fear, or the thing you have faith in, whatever you want. When you pay attention, it signifies that you have chosen to focus your thoughts on the subject of being wealthy rather than the subject of being poverty, lackful. Very important line. For when you pay attention, when you put your thought energy into your goal, it signifies that you've decided to focus all of your thought, all of your energy on that object or state rather than the one you're currently in. All right, this is definitely deep like usual. So just doing a little check-in here. Give me a quick hand raise if you got it. You're paying attention. Everything is here. Paying attention, right? You're putting your thought energy. You're attentive. You feel good. Everything makes sense so far. Does anyone have questions from the chat box there? Okay. Okay, almost got everyone's hands here. Nancy has a great question. Bob talks about having two goals. This is lesson number 1. 2 goals, a personal goal and a business goal. Should you focus on one at a time? Great question. Absolutely. Yeah. Focus on your business goal. And a lot of times our business and personal goal is intermingled together. When I do a first call with all of you, we make a goal. We create a goal that's pretty much intertwining personal and business. And why we do that is so we can put all thought energy into that one end, into that beautiful lifestyle that you're looking for. Okay, so a great thing to do is if it's a business and it's personal, completely separate, you want to focus on the business one during your business hours. And then right after those business hours, you focus on the personal one or during the weekends, whatever that may be. Good question. Any other questions out there? Make sense so far? This is actually a more simple one than we went through a couple weeks ago. Next paragraph. Therefore, when you know what you want, you must deliberately focus your attention on the feeling of your wish fulfilled until that feeling fills the mind and crowds all other ideas out of consciousness. Therefore, when you know what you want, you've already chosen your C-type goal. You must deliberately focus your attention on the feeling of your wish fulfilled until that feeling fills the mind and crowds all other ideas out of consciousness. Now, a common question that I keep getting is, how do I stay in a high vibration? What do I have to do to stay here rather than having this up and downness, right? It's narrowing your focus, getting all the BS out of here, not all the, there's so many books and YouTube videos and this, that, the other thing, 20 businesses going on. Focus on one thing,